Welcome back to Norns Network. My name's Kate, and today we're going to be talking about something a little extra special. Today we're going to be talking about HAX, which was actually developed by my professor and his team. And HAX stands for Headless Authoring Experience. HAX is a singular web component that knows how to edit other things inside of it, or other web components inside of it. It wires web components into a visual editing experience that's really transparent to the user so that they can interact with it a lot easier. My professor describes HAX as a next-generation WYSIWYG. It's built with web components, it edits and saves HTML, and it works across platforms. Some of HAX's goals are empowering all web properties, solving common ally issues at scale like accessibility and disability access, and you're not forced to lock in to HAX. You can migrate away from it at any time because it's just a text editor, so it outputs HTML, so you can always take that somewhere else if you want to. I mentioned before that HAX is headless, and you may be wondering what headless means. Headless technology is a separation from the head, which is the front-end experience, which is what the user sees, from the body, which is the back-end experience where the code and the data reside. This is known as decoupling. HAX CMS uses JSON outline schema to talk with other interfaces. As long as the other interface can understand and respond using JSON outline schema, HAX CMS can talk to it. Headless development allows the front-end development team and the back-end development team to work more cleanly, and also the front-end can request just the content that it needs to reload rather than refreshing the entire page, and that makes it a lot faster, less expensive, and more efficient in general. The JSON outline schema standard enables the simple presentation of menus and hierarchies, and it does this because it's a standard way of expressing relationships between pieces of content in a simplified array format. It's JSON based, which is an easy way to express a menu of an item, and JSON items can be embedded into an array of JSON items as deep as it needs, so you can represent a menu or a list with an array of JSON items. Also, a JSON outline schema hierarchy just keeps embedding or indenting JSON items inside of the JSON items to form a hierarchy. Anything that can serve JSON outline schema to model data can talk to HAX CMS, which is how HAX CMS integrates with Drupal, WordPress, Eleventy, and others. Now we're going to go ahead and look at how the JSON outline schema standard enables the simple presentations of menus and hierarchies with this web page. So first you're going to right-click on your page and go to Inspect. This looks kind of familiar from the video of last week about web components, but we're going to go ahead and click on this Network tab this time. Once we've gotten to the Network tab, we're going to click this XHR tab, and we're going to refresh the page. I was saying earlier, this is the front end requesting just the content that it needs by reloading the page rather than refreshing the entire page. And after we refreshed the page, we will see that there are all these tabs. I'm going to want to go ahead and click on this JSON one, and here we have some information. We can click down and look at the items, and each of these indexes are the pages that I created over here. So I have 5 pages, and there are five items. If I go into this first one and go down to title, it says what is HAX. So that's this web page. That's this web page that we're on right here. And if I go down into the metadata in this, I can see the content details, and we're going to go ahead and click on that arrow. And it says that I have 14 elements in this web page. So I have 3 headings and 9 paragraphs. And if we go ahead and look, that's true. I have 1, 2, 3 headings, and the rest of them are paragraphs. This is all the content that makes up our static web pages. If I want to go a little more in depth with the elements, I can go ahead and click on these tags, and it'll tell me how many of each tag I have. So I have 1 H2, which is this big title up here. I have 2 H3s, which are these smaller titles I have right here. And I have 9 paragraphs, and those are all the same. There's also 1 anchor tag that's right here. So each of these items are part of an array of JSON outline schema objects, and each one defines a page for our HAX website. I hope you learned a little something about examining web pages and why HAX is so cool and organized, and I hope you check it out for yourself. See you next week.